Someone's asking, what do phenolic spacers for intake manifolds do? So when you have an intake manifold, which is made from aluminum, even a plastic manifold to some degree, when it's bolted to the head and there's just a thin gasket separating it from the head.
If even some of them are O-ring sealed, and it's literally aluminum to aluminum.
Right. So those you get a very direct conduction of heat from the heat source, which is the cylinder head, into the intake manifold. And then what happens is, as the intake manifold heats up, it radiates heat into the intake charge, and that heat goes into your motor. So regardless of having a big, badass, awesome intercooler, that cool air hits the intake manifold, and it heats up. So what a phenolic does is, typically they're 6 to 10 millimeters in thickness, the ones we make. And they're made from a phenolic material, which is like a resin impregnated phenolic material.
Yeah, it's like a combination of like a fiberglass and a plastic material. It's a very high temperature thermoplastic, essentially, with a fiber backing, impregnation.
What's so great about it, in addition to its strength and dimensional stability, is it's a terrible conductor of heat or electricity. So it's a very good insulator.
Yep.
So by installing this thick spacer that does not conduct heat in between the intake manifold and the cylinder head, then you keep that heat from going into the intake manifold.
Yep.
It's a nice thing to do. It's not gonna, it's not gonna transform your car. I mean, these are like $50 to $100.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense to do it. There's really no reason not to.
Yeah, it's one of these incremental things where it's kind of, you've done everything else, and this is the next step.
So we've sold many thousands of them. It's a nice little product. Yeah. You can also use them if you're doing port matching. We have transition ones.
Beware of snake oil. You won't see one from us that goes between a plastic intake manifold for a number of reasons. I have seen them out there.
The plastic ones, certainly, you're just adding more plastic.
Yeah, the plastic's such a poor conductor compared to aluminum.
Yeah,
you're literally adding a little more plastic to your plastic.
Yeah. So I mean, I think our R32 one is plastic.
That one is because we had the aluminum manifold to go with it, and then also there were some injector clearance things that it got.
I just want to clarify.
There are a couple of reasons.
The VR6 one is for, the reason we came up with it is for using it with an aluminum aftermarket intake. But Nate's right. There's really not a big benefit to doing it with a plastic intake manifold. Nope. So, so good products, definitely recommended, and so that's the idea, to keep the heat, and you'll be able to measure the heat. So, run your engine for 20 minutes. Check the intake manifold temperature. If you can replicate similar conditions, then put the phenolic on, you will see a substantial drop in temperature. So,